Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We back. Video number 4. In this video, we're going to show how Hokazono further showcases the duality ever present in the story of Kagurabachi. This video might be a bit weird since we're talking more so about the blade itself than the actual people using it. And I know there are Sojo fans waiting with bated breath for the GOAT's mention. Yeah. But in order to fully understand Kuregumo's importance, not just narratively, but also with the message Hokazono is trying to show, we won't only be focusing on Sojo's use of Kuregumo, but also Chihiro's. But anyways, let's get started. Let's begin with the basics. What is Kuregumo? Also known as Cloud Gouger, Kuregumo is one of the 7 enchanted blades forged by the master swordsmith Kunishigeru Okihira. This special katana isn't just a sharp piece of metal, it's infused with sorcery, giving it supernatural powers. When activated by calling its name, Kuregumo summons up to 2 clouds shaped like eastern dragons that fly around the wielder. The sword's special effects deactivate once it's sheathed, making it a weapon of both subtlety and spectacle. Kuregumo boasts 3 primary abilities that make it a force to be reckoned with. The first is Mei, and this is Kuregumo's thunderous attack. When unleashed, it sends a powerful lightning bolt to blast targets with tremendous force. This attack is potent enough to create holes in buildings and burn or electrocute those caught in its path. Uniquely, Cloud Gouger can charge up Mei, building up lightning around the blade before releasing it. The longer the charge, the greater the power. A fully charged Mei can cause devastating damage, as seen when Sojo attempted to use it to kill a dozen civilians. Even after most of the attack was absorbed by Chihiro, it still gouged a path in the road and inflicted considerable damage on the samurai. However, this immense power comes with a drawback. Highly charged Mei attacks disable its usage for 10 to 20 seconds, though this interval decreases as the wielder's understanding of the blade increases. Which leads us to Cloaked Mei. This is an advanced technique created by Sojo after mastering Cloud Gouger. By cloaking himself in Mei rather than releasing it, Sojo achieves bursts of speed akin to a lightning bolt, making him an unstoppable force in close combat. Next we have Yui, Kuregumo's freezing ability. Sojo can generate ice in the direction the blade points, freezing targets instantly, forming chains of spiked ice around himself, or creating massive ice columns to overwhelm opponents. The freezing effect is so immediate that it can catch enemies completely off guard, as demonstrated when Norisaku Madoka, also known as Daruma, didn't realize he'd been frozen and inadvertently caused an explosion. I miss him. But he had to die, like, you're not about to be touching Chara, you fucking. Finally, we have Ko, which allows the wielder to create a massive amount of water, which can form clouds of mist to disorient and obscure enemies, or be used to conduct mazy electricity, massively increasing its area of effect. It can also work with Yui to generate more ice. Unlike Mei, Ko requires little to no charge to reach full strength, making it a versatile and immediately effective ability. With these abilities, Kuregumo stands out as a blade of immense power and versatility. Each of these powers not only make it a formidable weapon in combat, but also a tool of great strategic value. The versatility sets the stage for how different characters utilize Kuregumo to reflect their own nature and intentions. Which brings us to our next section. Sojo, the first wielder of Kuregumo, at least as far as we know, had a deeply ingrained ideology about power and its use. He saw weapons, especially the Enchanted Blades, as perfect instruments for killing, and his worldview was shaped by this belief. Sojo's life was a testament to his ruthless approach. He believed that power should be wielded mercilessly, and that failure should be met with severe consequences. His mental fortitude and ability to endure past traumas without showing any apparent effects further cemented his fearsome reputation. Sojo's actions throughout the story reflect his uncompromising ideology. Over a decade ago, he was blacklisted by the Kaminabi, marking him as a wanted criminal. Despite this, he continued to operate in the underworld, using his cunning and formidable power to evade the authorities. Not long before the story begins, Sojo acquired information about the survivor of the Kionagi clan from Char Kionagi's father. This fucking bastard. Yo, hey. When we find you, it's up for him. Buster is up for him. Hit him with the. Sojo kidnapped Char and her mother, conducting brutal experiments on them to harness the power of the Datsenseki. Char eventually escaped, but her mother's sacrifice was the price. In the lead up to his first encounter with Chihiro, Sojo obtained Kuregumo and began a series of ruthless actions to solidify his control and power. He placed a bounty on Char and Chihiro's Enchanted Blade, inciting numerous sorcerers to pursue them. Sojo's ideology drove him to eliminate any threats to his plans, including his own subordinates, whom he mercilessly killed for perceived failures. Sojo's encounter with Chihiro revealed the absolute depth of his obsession with his father. Sojo believed that Kunishige's blades were the ultimate instruments of slaughter, existing solely for killing. This belief clashed with Chihiro's own view of the blades as tools to protect the weak and defeat evil. Their battle was not just physical, but also ideological. And with Sojo's ruthlessness pitted against Chihiro's conviction, there was only one way they could settle that. In their final clash, Sojo's confidence in his beliefs was shattered. Despite his mastery of Kuregumo, but he only had for I think a week, bro. Bro was actually putting beaters on niggas. This nigga's a goat. He could not overcome Chihiro's skill or his conviction. Chihiro's final strike not only defeated Sojo, but also split Kuregumo in half, symbolizing the breaking of Sojo's ideology. And in his dying moments, Sojo attempted to resonate with the Datsenseki, hoping to finally, maybe, prove his beliefs right. However, this attempt failed, leading to his demise and the cursing of the name, Rokihira. Sojo's fruitless end marks a critical point in the story's exploration of duality. His use of Kuregumo, as a manifestation of his belief in power and ruthlessness, sets the stage for the first half of the Blade's characterization. Kuregumo's potential use for destruction under Sojo's command contrasts sharply with its potential for protection in Chihiro's. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But let me just say this right now. Sojo is a top tier first arc villain. I don't think I've felt this way about any major first antagonist outside of Zabuza or Mahito even. He's different, and Hokazono cooked. Okay, I'm getting ahead. Anyways, bow! Cloud Gouger split in half. Sojo's dead. Chihiro has no damn arm. Char's hungry. Where do we go from here? To be honest, Chapter 27 is a goldmine for Kuregumo's characterization, and it all starts on a particularly stormy night. This scene introduces Yu, also known as Mr. Inazuma, a young boy wearing a helmet with a lightning bolt. In a diary entry dated November 8th, Yu calls himself Mr. Inazuma and declares his mission to bring down the thunder of justice on evil. This flashback, featuring Yu's sister comforting him and telling him not to fear thunder, highlights the innocence and purity of Yu's intentions. His resolve to become a hero and face his fears is a stark contrast to the brutal world around him. This flashback is essential as it sets up Yu's character and motivations, emphasizing the theme of justice and innocence against a backdrop of violence and corruption. Yu's arrival at the Rakuzaichi gates marks a significant turning point. This scene is laden with symbolism, as the stormy night mirrors its turbulent emotions and impending conflict. Yu's determination to rescue his sister, who is slated for auction, showcases his bravery and unwavering commitment to justice. The guard's decision to ignore Yu initially, and then alert the building guards to his presence, highlights the indifference and corruption within the Rakuzaichi. This moment is pivotal as it introduces Yu's character to the readers and sets the stage for the ensuing confrontation. Yu's resolve and innocence are juxtaposed against the guard's apathy and brutality, and this low-key reinforces the theme of justice versus corruption. Yu's confrontation with the guards is a critical moment that underscores his bravery and determination. Despite his small stature and naivety, Yu boldly demands the release of his sister. The guards' mocking response and their laughter at Yu's futile knife attack highlight the harsh reality of the world he's up against. This scene is significant as it illustrates the stark contrast between Yu's pure intentions and the ruthless environment that he's in. The brutality of the guards and Yu's futile resistance emphasize the overwhelming odds against him. This confrontation sets up the need for a powerful intervention, hinting at Chihiro's imminent arrival. Because when that boy lands, and he ups that thing, alright. Chihiro's timely intervention and saving of Yu marks a decisive turning point. By slicing out the arm of the guard holding Yu, Chihiro not only saves the boy but acknowledges his bravery. This act underscores Chihiro's role as a protector and a just wielder of the blade that he's about to unleash. Chihiro's recognition of Yu's courage further emphasizes the theme of justice and protection. This moment is crucial as it reinforces Chihiro's commitment to using Kuregumo not for destruction, but for upholding justice and protecting the innocent. Chihiro's actions highlight the evolving role of Kuregumo, setting the stage for its redefined purpose. and the activation of Mei is a powerful and symbolic moment. The move previously associated with Soja's destructive ideology is now wielded by Chihiro to protect and fight for justice.
This flashback to Chihiro's conversation with Shippo about his resolve adds depth to the moment, as Chihiro's willingness to confront the guards and his use of Mei signify his acceptance of the responsibility that comes with wielding a blade as powerful as Kuregumo. This act marks a significant shift in Kuregumo's narrative, highlighting its potential for both destruction and protection. The use of Mei underlines the theme of reclaiming power for a noble cause and sets the stage for Kuregumo's continued evolution. To me, Chapter 27 is a critical shifting point for Kuregumo narratively. The introduction of Mr. Inazuma with his innocence and determination serves as a catalyst for this transition. Through Yu's perspective, he sees a new facet of the Enchanted Blades, highlighting their potential for justice and protection. Chihiro's use of Kuregumo, especially the activation of Mei, signifies a reclaiming of power for a just cause. This chapter teases the evolving role of Kuregumo and sets the stage for Chihiro's further use of the blade in the arc, reinforcing the theme of duality and the potential for redemption and justice.
Chihiro's journey with Kuregumo encapsulates a profound shift in the Blade's characterization. Driven by his own beliefs and values, unlike Soja who wielded Kuregumo as a tool of pure destruction, Chihiro sees the blade as a means to protect the innocent and uphold justice. This ideological difference is critical in understanding the evolution of Kuregumo's role in the narrative. Chihiro stands as a form of justice that is compassionate yet unyielding. He acknowledges the blade's immense power but chooses to wield it with restraint and purpose. This approach is evident in his actions throughout the story, particularly in the way he intervenes to save Yu and uses Cloud Gadget strategically rather than for sheer slaughter. Chihiro's ideology transforms Kuregumo from a weapon of pure terror into an instrument of justice, showcasing the duality that Hokazono seeks to portray with this blade, and the story as a whole. The culmination of Kuregumo's journey comes to a head during Chihiro's confrontation with the Hishaku leader. But we like to call him John. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. I hope he's doing well. Know what I mean? Hope the rest of the Rakuzaishi goes well, my bro. You let me know. You let me know if I gotta pull up. You let me. Okay, just pick up my call. Despite its near broken state, Chihiro continues to use Kuregumo, primarily to augment his movement speed while relying on his Wakizashi for offense. This demonstrates his adaptive use of the blade's remaining powers, underscoring his resourcefulness and strategic mindset. That nigga Chihiro is smart, bro. I have a thread about it. Go look. This even before this argument started. Get to looking. Also follow if you like Kagabachi content, because I be talking about it a lot on there, and I love you guys. Anyways, in a decisive moment, Chihiro resonates his desire for Kuregumo to be used for good, accessing the true realm and unlocking a new technique that boosts his speed and power beyond previous limits. This moment signifies a deep connection between Chihiro and the blade, highlighting how his pure intentions can unlock the blade's true potential. It's a powerful narrative device that reinforces that theme of duality that we've been looking at since this channel started. The same blade that was once a tool of destruction now becomes a force for justice. And if that ain't beautiful writing, lock me up! Kuregumo's final act is to launch a fully charged Mei to counter-kill her sorcery. This ultimate use of his power, leading to Kuregumo's disintegration into dust, symbolizes the blade's complete transformation and fulfillment of its new purpose. The disintegration signifies the end of Cloud Gouger's cycle, from a feared instrument of death to a revered weapon of justice, its energy spent in the service of protecting the innocent and defeating evil. Hokazono uses Cloud Gouger's journey to explore themes of redemption, the nature of power, and the moral choices that define its use. The blade's transition from Soja to Chihiro, and its eventual disintegration, encapsulates a powerful message. Tools of destruction can be repurposed for good, but their ultimate value lies in the intent of the wielder. As we reach the end of our exploration, it's clear that Hokazono's Kagurabashi intricately weaves the theme of duality through the blade of Kuregumo and the characters who wield it. Cloud Gouger is more than just an enchanted weapon. Its journey through the hands of Soja and Chihiro encapsulates the profound message Hokazono conveys about the nature of power and intent. Soja, with his ruthless ideology, uses Kuregumo to impose his will and wreak havoc, embodying the destructive potential of power when wielded without conscience. His downfall serves as a cautionary tale of ambition, untempered by morality. Chihiro, on the other hand, transforms Kuregumo into a symbol of justice and protection. His compassionate and righteous approach reveals the Blade's potential for good, and Chihiro's battle against the Hishaku leader, even with Kuregumo in its weakened state, shows his resilience and strategic use of power, emphasizing that true strength comes from purpose and heart. Yu, or Mr. Inazuma, adds another layer to this narrative. His innocence and determination highlight the courage needed to face overwhelming adversity. Yu's story underscores the purity of intent and the transformative power of hope and justice. His interactions with Chihiro serve as a poignant reminder that even in a brutal world, there is room for innocence and bravery. Hokazono's writing invites us to reflect deeply on these themes. Kuregumo's evolution from a feared instrument of death in Sojo's hands to a revealed weapon of justice under Chihiro, culminating in its final act of self-sacrifice, encapsulates the idea that tools of destruction can be repurposed for noble causes. It's not the weapon that defines the outcome, but the intentions of the one who wields it. Let's also take into account that at the end of the whole cycle, Kuregumo also did die. It passed away. It's gone, never to be used again. And that's the biggest lesson I think that we should learn from its characterization. These things don't even need to exist. Kunishiga, I'm looking at you. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Kagurabachi again. Hokazono's masterful storytelling through the lens of Kuregumo, Sojo, Chihiro, and Yu reminds us of the duality present in all things and the powerful righteous intent. And stay tuned for more deep dives into your favorite story. And keep reflecting on the profound messages they hold. And, I love you guys. Working, we are moving, we are experiencing, we are growing as a people. I love you guys, you know that, you've been knowing that. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's a little bit of a short video, but I really want to talk about Kuregumo because that is my favorite Enchanted Blade. Enten no shade, Shinichi no shade, future Enchanted Blades no shade, but Kuregumo just had a beautiful storyline, beautiful beginning, beautiful ending. I love, the 3 powers it has. Mei, beautiful, love it, gorgeous. Even better in Chihiro's hands, but I love you, Sojo. You will always be the GOAT, you feel me? I wish you got more Ko. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? Yui, beautiful. Just love it. And I love you guys. So, see you guys in the next one. Read Kagurabachi. Mwah.